Good afternoon. And here we go again, isn't it? Just a quick look at what we're doing. Right, we have a new planet Earth, a bit refurbished. So we have the black line is going to be the sweet spot position, right? That top red line is 2.08 degrees, and that bottom one is also 2.08 degrees. It's 2.08 degrees because in 8 minutes and 20 seconds, that is how far planet Earth spins on its axis, okay? Anti-clockwise. We then have 1.3 seconds for light to travel from the moon to Earth, or in this case, a shadow, okay? I took the liberty of making 8 minutes and 20 seconds to the moon, and then I've added 1.3 seconds. So it's 8 minutes, 21.3 seconds, okay? And then we have the big distance, sun, moon, 8 minutes and 20 seconds, 150 million kilometers, okay? So photons leave the sun, 8 minutes and 20 seconds later, 2.08 degrees of anti-clockwise axis spin, they hit the moon. 1.3 seconds later, lucky planet Earth finds itself, people in certain positions on planet Earth find themselves in the sweet spot. And that sweet spot, when they look up at the moon, those of you are on the board would have noticed there's another picture down here. So it's two separate pictures, okay? It's not a weather balloon. They are not aliens, okay? This is the view from planet Earth. Your moon is blocking the sun, and you can see the sun's corona positioned smack bang in the middle of the sun. So we have sweet spot position, 1, the moon's shadow, which is that, 2, the moon, 3, and the sun behind it, 4. Sweet spot, moon shadow, moon, and the sun behind it. Now, what we have, as you can see here, is this is the shadow, right, in here. Outside of the shadow are the photons, but the moon has blocked the ones in here. They are 8 minutes and 20 seconds old, okay? The photons have taken 8 minutes and 20 seconds to hit the moon from the sun. Why is it that the sun is still directly behind the moon? If the sun launched those photons 8 minutes and 20 seconds earlier, it doesn't make sense. There is a gap of 8 minutes and 20 seconds between the moon and the sun. Now, in this sweet spot position that people find themselves in, boom, people are here, right, looking up. The thing with this is that the photons that are hitting the moon, and the moon casting its shadow, those photons left the sun when planet Earth was 2.08 degrees clockwise, because it moves anti-clockwise. So we've gone to the position where the sweet spot position on planet Earth was, this is where it was, when those photons that are being blocked left the sun, okay? Knowing this, photons leave the sun, 3, 2, 1, go, boom. 8 minutes and 20 seconds later, right? So 2.08 degrees. So the sweet spot position, bang, right there, photons hit the moon, cast a shadow, that sweet spot position has moved into the photons first, hasn't it? Right? the photons first. So why is it that we're seeing the photons being blocked at the very same time as the light source that launched those photons 8 minutes and 20 seconds earlier? Why are they in the same picture? Did planet Earth spin into an image of the sun in that 8 minutes and 20 seconds, and it's turned into the sun? Or in that 8 minutes and 20 seconds, did it turn into the photons that were launched by the sun 8 minutes and 20 seconds earlier? It cannot have landed into both of them because there is a delay of 8 minutes and 20 seconds. And in 8 minutes and 20 seconds, planet Earth spins counterclockwise on its axis by 2.08 degrees. So it's one or the other. One or the other. It takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds for the photons to hit the moon. If planet Earth has turned into the photons that are hitting the moon and the moon's shadow, how is it that the sun, that is 8 minutes and 20 seconds away, and it is 8 minutes and 20 seconds away because that's how long it takes for the photons to arrive at the moon, why is the sun still there? There is a gap in between here and here of 8 minutes and 20 seconds. In that 8 minutes and 20 seconds, planet Earth spins counterclockwise by 2.08 degrees. Therefore, it can never, ever turn into both the photons that have traveled for 8 minutes and 20 seconds and the light source that launched those photons 8 minutes and 20 seconds earlier. There is a gap of 8 minutes and 20 seconds, and there is also a gap of 2.08 degrees of axis spin. There is no way possible that planet Earth turns into both the photons that are being blocked, that left the sun 8 minutes and 20 seconds earlier, as well as seeing the sun's corona that launched those photons 8 minutes and 20 seconds earlier. The reason for this is because that would mean they are both 8 minutes and 20 seconds old. They're in the same picture frame. They shouldn't be. It's finite light. There is a gap. So where is the gap? I'm asking for a friend because I know where the gap is. On the same shelf as man-made climate change. There is no gap. Planet Earth, when it finds itself here, 2.08 degrees before the sweet spot moment for this particular spot, it's turning into the sun. And the moon blocking the sun in real time. And it is the moon blocking the absolute light. That is the light source, the sun, and it is casting shadow onto the sweet spot in real time with zero delay. There can be no delay. It is physically impossible because there is a gap of 8 minutes and 20 seconds between the sun and the moon. So they can never be lined up the way they are because the sun would be 2.08 degrees out, or the moon would be 2.08 degrees out, or Earth would be 2.08 degrees out. You cannot have the sun and the photons lined up in the same picture with a third object and a fourth object, that is the moon's shadow and the sweet spot on planet Earth. It cannot be. It's so obvious what is happening when people are looking up at the moon, slips in front of the sun, everything is happening in real time. It's so obvious, right, that it's that word. We need to find a new word, or a few new words actually, because it's ridiculous. So that is why, again, there is an 8-minute and 20-second gap between the moon and the sun. That's what your science says. So, how can one be lined up with the other, and the first one be casting a shadow onto the sweet spot with the sun directly behind it? The reason, again, it's because it is the sun's absolute light being blocked. It's got nothing to do with photons. There are no photons here. There's no room for photons. If it were photons being blocked, right, and they had left the sun 8 minutes and 20 seconds earlier, that star would not be there. The sun would not be there. It's impossible for the both of them to be in the same picture because there is a gap of 8 minutes and 20 seconds. So once again, for those people who keep saying the sun behind the moon, it's 8 minutes and 20 seconds old. Fair enough. Okay, but so are the photons. So if the sun is 8 minutes and 20 seconds old, and the photons that are being blocked by the moon and casting the shadow are 8 minutes and 20 seconds old, does that not mean that they are the exact same age? They could be 0 seconds old. They're together, aren't they? You cannot separate the light that is radiating from the light source from the light source. You cannot separate them. They are one and the same. That is why there is no delay visible. That is why the sun is directly behind the moon during the solar eclipse, because there is no delay. If there were a delay, the sun would not be in line with the photons, or you'd have the sun, but you wouldn't be casting. It doesn't work. It's a paradox. It's an actual paradox. A solar eclipse cannot work with light that takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach from the sun. The only other angle, which would be even more insane, is that people think that it takes the whole package 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Look, it's not even worth going there, because that again is bordering insanity. It's absolute light. It doesn't matter what explanations people come up with. It doesn't matter what excuses people come up with for not accepting the truth. It's absolute light. It's the only way a solar eclipse can work. There is a gap of 8 minutes and 20 seconds between the sun and the moon. In that 8 minutes and 20 seconds, planet Earth spins 2.08 degrees. The sun cannot be lined up with the sweet spot on planet Earth along with the photons that it launched 8 minutes and 20 seconds earlier, unless they are one and the same. And they are one and the same. It's, oh God, it does hurt. It really does. Shout out to Lincoln and Jamie and Christian and Jesse and Brian. I should do more shout outs. There's probably more names I should add, but it was spontaneous and I know that it's a bit late. So shout out to the boys and the others. I just wouldn't have time to mention everyone. All right, folks. Oh, look at that, 1443. Lovely. Guys, that's a wrap, innit? I'll be back.